Welcome on guys back. My name is Senki from Digislots, and today we talk about the new EX04 meta. Yes, I have a meta tier list for you guys for the new decks and some old decks together, what are meta, but we got a band list from Bandai. So this is included itself from the so the cards from the band list into the meta tier list that you guys know. And thank you guys for supporting. Right, left, hit by the thumbs up button for more awesome content. If we hit an huge number of subs, then I give away something out again. Subscribe for free and like the video, and let's go into this nice meta tier list. I like to play Wyvern's Breath for 8. Yeah, no, I don't have a mat, but I just want a mat. Like, do you know how to play on clove mats? The specifically feeling having the mats and like a nice shape and nice coloring. Oh, true! I have like a new sponsoring. Yes, I have a sponsoring, guys, with Magimats. Magimats is a nice new site that you can buy worldwide shipping, clove mats made in Europe with a nice shape, and I got something from them, a mat that I can give away to you guys from Digimon. I show you the mat. It looks pretty dope. I know this mat looks pretty dope, and you guys can win. What you need to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and tell me what is your favorite Digimon. But if you want to buy your own mats with the code Digidots5, you spare €5 on your buy. I show you guys. We're having here the easily Magimat site. I will put the link down below. You can buy your dual cloth mats and your single cloth mat, and you have anything to ask, you can contact him and easily ask them, and they will provide new mats all the time. Thank you Magimats for doing this, for giving out the sponsoring, and I hope guys you have good luck and having a beautiful nice cloth mat. Okay guys, before we start the video, we need to talk about the band list. So the cards are restricted from June 60, 2023. And we have Blossomon. Blossomon is now at 1. There you can see why is it. Like the Impmon, it is at 1 as well. And the Vegarumon, finally, they hit the deck, but they have outs to come with it. But this card goes as 1 as well. And like Rankovagamon, and you guys see all the things. Now, it's not only Greymon X, we have right now other band lists and they combine with it. Thankfully, Bandai, you wake up and see where the meta is going, and maybe we can have more fun. Coming to fun, we start now with the meta tier list, and we have a lot to talk about, guys. I start with like all the new things first of all, what will change and what we are getting. But I start first with decks I think they're pretty good and pretty neat and pretty not good. We start first with X-Hunter. X-Hunter is a deck I playing pretty much. They have a promo that we are getting only in BT13, I guess it was. We're getting the promo, not sadly in EX04. With the promos you have more extended plays to do, you have more Pacific Wave to deal out or do your stuff on board, what is pretty nice. But right now, as Beelzemon and Bloomlordmon getting nerfed, as Vegarumon, you're having hard times of evil decks. This deck comes a little bit further and having now not as much problems. It has problems in the meta, yes, but not so much as right now without or with the bands. Next off, for me, I have 2 Beelzemons here. I don't know why I put 2 there, because put it down like I don't know thought about it. I think Beelzemon right now, with not having not much impactful Impmons to mill, you can now predict on what is going on, because the deck is the problem that you like. When you play versus a deck, you can say, okay, he plays this card or this card or this card in his deck, maybe this spice card, and he can do this much damage. Beelzemon is question mark. How many cards will he mill? Hitting the Impmon, hitting more mills, hitting more game memory and stuff like that. And now the Impmon is restricted to 1. You're not having that like consequences, like getting 6 memory back or something like that. And I think this deck is solid as well. It don't get much support here, but I think the speed cuts down a little bit, and I will put Digimon right now. It can be tier 1, right now at tier 1.5, because you can put security Immons in it, and having a security bomb, play your Immon out, having something on board and can evolve up to. Yes, you can. There are some changes, I know, but for me right now, I'd put it in 1.5 because you have a lot of speed hit there. But if you play Digimon, you can put me right on in the comments. I would love to hear that about. And what I think as well, we're going for the meta picks right now, is Red Hybrid. I think Red Hybrid is a little bit stronger than X Hunter, but if you don't see your right timers, your right combo pieces, you lose versus the deck because it's so fast right now. It's pretty annoying that you're having this right now as a competitive option versus you as a Hunter player, and as a Bizamon player you have problems with the deck. Like as a Bloomlord player, that's the reason why the deck is pretty broken. Bloomlord is a deck that is pretty fast and hyped up. Now the Resorption is not into, you cannot put out so much pressure. You have Quartzmon and stuff like that, but you lose with the speed and capability of board destruction, and all the 3 decks above can do that. So Bloomlordmon is for me right now as a 1.5 contender. Getting a lot of more support in BT13, then we can see where it goes to, but as right now I will put it there. Now we come to little thing new I will put in tier 1. Blue Flare, not hybrid, Blue Flare. Blue Flare getting support. We talk about a little bit of the support. I show you some guys what we're getting. We're having here a Gaussmon, U-turn, once per turn when a card with the Blue Flare trait is played, draw 1 card. And when a card with the Twilight trait is played, return a Digimon card with Digi cross requirements from your trash to your hand. What is pretty good, because some of them having Twilight in their ability, and you can play this in the Dark Knightmon support as well. Then we having a new Evil line, we have a new Greymon on play. We read top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Kira and 1 blue or black card with Digicross commands upon them, and on deletion is safe. And when attacking, draw 1. It's pretty nice. We're having a little bit of searcher. If you hard play something, then can evolve up into something if you don't hit your memory boost. Maybe Digimon is pretty broken because Inherited is jamming and on play one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level against when attacking lose 1 to memory. So if you hard play it, it's not a problem because only having then 1 stack. But the jamming Inherited is like pretty broken for the archetype. And then we have a new Metal Greymon that you can read up. I think this is a 1 or 2 off you can play, but if you saw the Blue Flare deck profile from Marco, what a lot of people do, I think this deck gets more support. It's pretty nice to stun something on the board, and if your opponent are not finished you, then you can stun it. And with the new Kazuhamon we are getting as well support for Sakuyamon. This card is also traded that heavy Sakuyamon in its name, but you might use an option card with cost 5 or less in your hand without paying its memory cost, so you can play Kazune for free. When you use an option card with a 2 cost or more, you might play 1 Towermon or level 4 level Digimon blue Digimon card from Digimon cards without playing its cost, what is pretty nice as well. So you can do a lot of shenanigans with Kaizuna and stuff like that with this card. And as you see, it is support for the archetype as well, what is pretty nice too. And I think Blue Flare decides to go 1.5. Now we talk about Sakuhamon. Where is it? Kusahamon. I think if you have a lot of pace and speed with the Sakuyamon, I think Sakuyamon is not a bad deck at all. I think it's 1.5. We're having a new Renamon, the Digimon of Zero from Viximon, on play until the end of your opponent's turn. 2 of your opponent's Digimon with thaht of CP can't attack. So you have something on board, what is pretty nice to sound play. And you can once per turn when you use an option card with 2 cost or less, gain 1 memory. I think it's better than a tier 2 deck. It's pretty strong. We have Yukumon you can read up, we'll second and pause it, because then we are like over 40 minutes of read up every card here right now. And you're having a lot of nice combo shenanigans, what you can do, and I pretty love it. Like, I thought sometimes when I play locals, when my opponents like going ham with the combo and having like everything, and now with the Kusuhamon and Evil Lines and stuff like that, they're like much faster than the stuff they are right now, and I think that suits them pretty well. Chaos Dramon X, so Machine Dramon is, for me, consider you win versus Hydra. You win versus Spearze, versus Kazuhamon, because they're like aggro decks, and not like aggro decks, they're like build up decks, but having problems versus the aggro deck. If you don't play a Tamer, you have a better matchup versus the X-Hunter, but it's faster than you. They can stun your thing, that they can do nothing. That's the reason why Blue Flare is stronger than the deck, and for Red Hybrid they are faster than him and can break him only if you have the full evil and have everything, but he needs to play out a lot of things to go there, what is pretty annoying. Yes. Then we having Wargreymon with Gaia Force and stuff like that. Is for me not a tier 1. It is a better version than tier 1.5, because you have problems with Shinramon as well, like X-Cross, like stuff like that, but you have versus the X-Cross matchup, you have the Gaia Force thing that you can delete up all the Tamers and stuff like that, what is pretty good versus Blue Flare versus Red Hybrid, but Red Hybrid will be unable to use the Tamers pretty fast, so you can delete them and then like swing into you, what is like a little bit of a problem, but I guess it can do stuff right now as it should be. Then we having as like you get hit, you're having not maybe something. Yo bro, maybe next set we getting support for this again to recover from that. There's like a huge hit from the band that's in your face. That's a bit of a problem. Then we have the new Omnimon deck, and I think I do the deck profile. 1 second. I did a deck profile from this deck and played it. I think it's pretty solid. Having the ability to evolve your new Argomon and Greymon up into the above evolutions, getting memory back, getting draws, and go up, and go into your boss monster, what is the Omnimon Alter S, and then having, if it's not at all, having the Alter B boss monster here, what can do pretty much. If you do this deck, you can play both out, both level 6s, what is pretty nice, and having then again to DNA and do something, what is nice to have another DNA deck going around, and what is still a good thing, I guess, to play. Like I would say, Examon is still playable in some matchups. It can do something, but right now we have a too fast of a meta that can do. In Japanese, it did a thing. He won a big tournament, but I guess I would still. It's still playable. It can be tier 1.5 and can delete like the huge stacking decks, but I think it will go there. And like as Mastermon is a playable deck, you can put nice security cards in it, you can play, but if you play like a faster deck, you're having like a lot of problems, because Tamer deletion needs to lose them on chaos mode, and it needs time to be required for the conditions to delete the Tamer. You need your time to do that. Alphamon, it's hard. Next set, getting support, then we can talk about you. Metal Garurumon is a hit as well from the banned list, and you can put the level 5 Garurumon promo in it. I saw something like that, like a memes and 2 of that, but right now I think the problem is that you don't do a lot of security checks, and the decks are like having more and more time to come from that, and you're having 1 second. If this deck got like with hunters like Arrestramont, then you have a problem. And I played versus Metalga, and it was post-bandless hard for them as well to win. They win, but it was hard if they have the Omni combo stuff like that all the time, and having the whole Evo line, it was then as well hard for them to win. And right now, with nothing having more security checks and more swings, I don't know about that one, but it can do something, I know. And then we are coming to it now, all decks. Jasmine is maybe next set as well, getting support. I'm pretty hyped about that one. And I guess it can do stuff. Shinramon, it gets support with 1 card. Okay guys, you know Shinramon BT13, I can put up in tier 1. Minus 5,000 all the board, end of attack, one of Digimon of your opponents and recover 1. Room mode is pretty good. I would do it in tier 3, but we can do it as still playable deck because you get a little bit of support. But I think it next set it will be the first spot on the tier 1 thing. You don't have a consister right there to have problems, but I guess it can do stuff. Black Seraphimon is the security control archetype right now, because this you can play with, let me check the other out, with the new Kentaurusmon coming BT13, but Black Seraphimon does Digivolve one from Seraphimon. When a card is removed from your security, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and on the Digimon recover +1 card. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets mana for 1000 for the turn. What is pretty nice, and I think as a rare, you can put it in every security control deck. What is pretty cool, and this one get a lot of support in the next set. But for me, it's a security control. If you're not playing Black Seraphimon, think of that in the security control way. Security control is always 1.5. You will choose it. This deck can do anything and anywhere topping. Mother D Reaper. I saw some spicy lists, but maybe next set. I guess there was a time in a room that you can say, oh, I play Mother D Reaper, and maybe the meta can do something, but right now we have a lot of things that are problems about this. Darkness Bakramon, I don't know. The support didn't do much, sadly, with the deck. We are not getting much Darkness Bakramon support, as you can see. So maybe next set it's okay. It's hard. I will put Darknightmon as a tier 1 spot potential. We're getting like the new card here I have for you guys, but I did this like we get like I show you guys. We have a Darknightmon, Digicross, Miss School Nightmon, Deadly X-Mon on play until the end of your opponent's turn. What if the Digimon gets blocker? What is pretty nice is having 2 and Digivolve 1 on the Digimon, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck and add 1 card with the blue flare or Twilight Thread among them. Opponent's turn, once per turn is inherited when an opponent's Digimon attacks. If Digimon is Grey Knightsmon, you might switch target to this Digimon. They're having like new support, but I guess like not worth like to say, oh my god, this is so broken, we need to play this deck again. It's okay, I'll show you the rest of it. Then we have School Nightmon on play. If you don't have Nini in play, you play 1 Nini from your hand, what is pretty cool. And on deletion, the top card of a deck, if you had Blue Flare or Twilight, it's like the Monitamon you're getting, and it having reboot, cost for 4, it's okay to play out your Nene. And here is the new Grey Knightsmon. I don't know about that one, because Digicross you need Metal Greymon and Darknightmon, and you don't want to put Blue Flare and this together. Like, play in a Darknightmon way it should be, and put the support card in it, and there's a pretty consistency here, I guess. On play, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then all of your opponent's level 4 low Digimon can attack until the end of your turn. What is okay, but right now you're having more Digimons on board. All turns when this Digimon will be deleted or returned to hand or deck, you might play 1 Metal Greymon, 1 Darknightmon from its source. I Astramon that thing under one of your tamers, and then I Astramon would swing end of turn, and then we'll say, okay, thank you very much guys for this one. It's the problem, or you get deleted or something like that, then you can get your value out, yes, but I don't know, but it's still playable. Tier 2, still playable, we can all agree about that one. So I come now to new decks, I come to old decks. Minerva Loop, I will say it is still a playable deck, but not much. SX7 with all the combo shenanigans I will put at tier 1.5, because EX04 is a consistently deck topping all the time, and you have all the time stuff like that. Since now Bizumon and stuff like that getting nerfed, you're having like more way to play the deck, and I think it can suit to be as an okay, when you say tier 1.5, one of the best 3 or 4 decks, there's a spot that you can put this deck up to. Ulfos as well is a really nice deck compared to other decks. It didn't get hit and something like that, but it's an Evo deck, and you're compared to Tamers, and if you don't hit your Tamer, and then you have a little bit of a problem. Evo decks like not consistency as non-Evo decks like Kaiser is an Evo deck, but you can play it hybrid, you have a lot of draw and power potential, so I can't agree with that. So Ulforce is for me as the 1.5 deck, is pretty good. You're getting support in the set. Yes, you're getting support. You're getting this Gold Vidramon. It is pretty nice. We're getting support for the deck. Digivolve 2 from Vemon. Armor Purge, and when you Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 for the turn if you have a blue or yellow Tamer in play, or have a card with the Armor from Threat in your trash. One of your opponent's Digimon 1000 DP or less can can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. It is like indirect support for the deck. You play this as a 3 or 4 if I saw a lot of times, and getting support for a deck is pretty nice and bump this up. So as a 1.5 spot, we can put it there. War Greymon Red is for me a still playable deck, but you need a lot of build up stuff like that. And right now the meta is too fast that you can compare, like Gaussmon Control Black, maybe next set, bro. We can talk about something. The new Galatmon, the black, like we get a black Chromon for the red, for the like evil Galatmon part of that, like the Gilmon and stuff like that, and the new Chaos Galatmon, what is pretty cool, like a black Walk Romon. You can play this Galatmon as a deck that can always support, so it's still playable. A deck that can always support is okay as much, and having that in a way as an ultimate card with one color and something like that, this deck can always good up, and I think that's pretty much okay. If I got forget something, a deck or something like that, then I'm sorry, I'm not aware of anything. But we have a lot of decks here standing here. Okay, then we come now to 4 new decks I want to talk about. One of them is the super rare, is Medieval Galamon. Security, play this card without battling and without playing it the cost. At the end of the turn, return this Digimon to your hand on play when attacking. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 CP or less. If no Digimon was deleted by this effect, suspending one of your opponent's Digimon, and that Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's unsuspend phase. This card is pretty cool, as in the Galatmon deck, if you have it in security, in a way to having level 6 Galatmon. As a way, I put this decks as a deck is not good enough. As a support for Galatmon, it is pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Then we having not much to say. You have here the new Gilmon. You have here your Black Wargomon, like a little bit of support. Yes, Shingamon gets its Argomon. Yes, Shingamon gets its Geo Greymon. I know that's, guys. That's the reason I put it at tier 1.5. I know this. I could surely play it as tier 1.5, but at tier 2. You get new rooms, but next set this deck is too much 2p. We get here Gargomon lines as well for the next set. We have something on the line we can do. We go there. Then we get a lot of Terriermons. Reveal can add Hungry Wrong, 2-color Digimon. We get the Terriermon Assistant, the new one, what is pretty cool. This is like Gargomon Support. We have a lot of Gargomon support in it here. I think it's a pretty cool deck. Digimon from a level 5 Rapidmon its name, so we can play a Rapidmon control-ish deck with the Mega Gargomon engine. End of your turn, once per turn until the end of your opponent's turn. 2 of your green or black Digimon gain blocker and reboot, what is pretty nice. Or turn once per turn when another Digimon becomes suspended, you might unsuspend this Digimon. So as a end of the line, it's pretty nice to have this. The Tamer is out of your main. If you have one of your Digimon in play, you might play one Terriermon or a lot more from your hand before playing its memory cost. Digimon played by this effect can Digivolve out and are deleted at the end of your opponent's turn. This is like why you should delete the Digimon. Like, it's okay to having yeah, but just stay on board, guys. Come on. You turn when one of your Digimon with Terriermon or Lopmon institution cards will Digivolve by suspend this Tamer game 1. I think this deck is pretty nice, but not much as competitive as it should be. Yes, guys, we know we get Cherubimon support, but don't hate me for that, don't put it in the list. I think it's not like much to say. Ravemon, we get Ravemon Burst in the next set. Is have jamming end of deck by leading this Digimon. Has you don't card with Bird or Avian in his threat at the end of your opponent's turn. Play one Ravemon from your treasure for playing its memory cost. Unleash if you have 8 or more cards in the hand. They trash 1 card from the hand. Then your opponent has 7 or fewer cards in the hand. They up to the top card of the security to their hand. So it's pretty okay. You have the new Tamer as well, and a little bit of an evil line, but not much as a deck right now. But I will say Ravemon right now is maybe the best deck to put it as a tier 2. But in the next set with Burst, it comes higher up. I 100% show you. And Victory Greymon, yes, is a new Greymon that we're getting. I need to just look at the super rares and tell what deck you should buy if you are a new player. When you do one of your opponent's Digimon 6000 P or less, for every Digimon your opponent has a play at 2000 DP maximum. This DP based illusion, this is pretty good versus Blue Flare and Hunter and versus Bloom Lord. Turns once per turn when a opponent's Digimon is deleted. If you have a Digimon tamer play, delete your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. This card is okay from its effects, and as a red package, you can play Walkermon X and stuff like that, and X antibody, and go up. I would say it's a playable deck. Yeah, it's a really playable deck. I would say we can put it up there, and I will put Shinemon room mode a little bit up because you have, like I told, we have a new Agumon that can do stuff, and we have a new Geogramon, what is pretty cool. And yeah, guys, the set is not so big as it should be. It's a little bit lower set, but in the next set we nice other. But in the next set we have the booster Royal Knights, and I'm pretty hyped about this one. But this is the meta tier list from EX04. If I forgot something or you said, this deck should be canned there, then let me know in the comment section down below. Again, thank you Margin Cuts for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to win the nice Cloveman. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Stay healthy. USA and keep